Welcome to episode 3. We're so happy to be here. Woo!
Número 3.
Yes. We're just really excited because it feels like you guys are starting to engage with us, which is just exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're making a habit out of this, so
Yeah. It's exciting.
we got to stay consistent.
We are. We're trying to be really consistent, which it helps when you guys are being more involved in commenting, letting us know what you want to hear, because that just makes us more motivated to actually do this because it feels like you guys actually want this. So, and it's fun for us. So,
It is.
yeah. So this week we are focusing on filling each other's cups. So if you don't know what that means, it just kind of means, if you're drained and if you're needing something, then the other person helps to fill that back up. I don't know if a lot of people have heard that term before, filling each other's cup.
It was definitely something new to me.
Yeah, that's something that I brought it up, didn't I?
Yeah, you just came one day and you were like, my cup isn't full. And I'm like,
what cup?
Are you talking about your matcha or like what exactly? Are you?
No, my internal cup.
Okay.
So we are going to focus this episode on giving you guys tips on how to better fill each other's cups up. So first of all, we definitely want to, suggest recognizing your own cup, which I think is kind of hard for people to know if your cup is not full. I feel like that's definitely something that I have struggled with in the past and also still is recognizing whether or not my cup is full or empty. I mean, yeah, I basically know when it's full, but it's very hard for me to communicate when it's empty,
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It's hard to I guess come to terms with it, like, oh, I am feeling this way.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel this way.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to communicate it with my partner.
Mm.
And relationships, I feel like this goes hand in hand with it. Like, they're not always going to be 50-50.
Right.
There's times when I get home and I can only give 15 or 20%.
Same for me.
And, there's times when I can give 80
right.
you just, it's kind of a teamwork
It's a
thing.
give and take, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. I think that an empty cup can also be, misinterpreted as, oh, I had a hard week, like it's on me. There's nothing that my partner can do to make me feel better or something. It feels like it's just something you have to fight with internally, and it's not something you can go to your partner with and be like, hey, I feel like if you did this, I would feel better. Like, sometimes you just blame it on other stuff instead of internally realizing, like, oh, maybe my cup is not full because I need something in this partnership.
Yeah. So give an example, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do a whole other episode probably on love languages, but when my love language is, physical touch. And if we're out in public a lot, he's not huge on PDA.
I hate PDA.
He doesn't hate PDA.
I hate PDA.
He just doesn't like. I'm not trying to
I don't hate it.
Make out with you in front of people, but like holding hands and like just little touches. I like little touches. I'm a touch person, so if I don't get a lot of little touches during the week, my cup can feel kind of half empty in that area,
Yeah.
So it's things like that. You obviously know what fills your cup and what areas you need full. So it's kind of, if the first step is you recognizing what it is that you need to fill your cup. You don't need your partner over there trying to guess what you need to fill your cup. You need to do your best into recognizing what you need to fill your cup.
See, and I have issues with that. Like I sometimes don't know what I need.
Yeah.
Sometimes what I need, because again, like I've said this before, I'm pretty introverted. Sometimes what I need is space.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to communicate with your partner. Like, hey, I need to be alone. Like it, and especially if your love language is like quality time,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a slap. It's
Not
like,
a slap in my face, but like
yeah,
it definitely
it's hard.
it's hard when I'm a quality time person and he needs his space sometimes. Which I'm sure there's tons of people out there who are super
Yeah,
similar
like
to
let me
our
just
situation.
like just give me a few minutes, or like give me an hour to just lock
Like
myself in my
his
room.
battery needs to be recharged.
Yeah, my
to
energy
be
levels
around
need
people.
to. Yeah, and like it's also
Because
unfair
I'm
to you.
extroverted, he's introverted. If we haven't said that before,
It's also unfair to you because like if my energy levels are low, it's not fair to you for me to just kind of be there and kind of not be miserable, but like not give you my
not
full attention.
present.
Yeah, not present. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, to fill my cup, it's not something you can like do for me. It's more of just
Right.
like, well, I guess like giving me space is something you can do for me, but like,
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, I need you to give me this, or I need you
Right.
to.
It's not so cut and dry of like you do this and my cup is full. Like sometimes it takes some interpretation of what you need.
Yeah. I hope
Yeah.
I explained that right.
No. No, I think that's great. So one really big thing that we do that we've started doing, which we wish we would have started a long time ago to help with our relationship, just in general to make it stronger, is we've started doing weekly check-ins with each other. Like we even plan it on a specific day, which it's Sundays, right?
For the most part, it's Sundays.
Most part it's Sundays.
Sundays is our day where we're like fully together.
Yeah, we
like,
have Sundays together.
we don't have work. We don't have, because I work Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
and we work during the week. So, or we have something else going on. So we never have a day where we don't have anything going on.
Yeah.
And we can be together.
busy.
So Sundays are like our chill,
Kind of
just
regroup day,
yeah.
refocus.
And sometimes we dedicate those Sundays sometimes to family and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Sundays is our check-in days.
Yeah, so we definitely, and it's not just like a pass by, like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? No, it's like a dedicated time that we stop, we acknowledge each other,
Yeah.
and we sit down and we're like, hey, what can I do to fill your cup this week? Or how have I not filled your cup this week? Just in general, is your cup full or is it not full? What can I do to fill your cup?
And it doesn't have to be so formal either. Like, okay, at this specific time, we're
No.
gonna sit down.
I'm just saying,
we can
like,
just
it
be
needs
like
to be intentional.
yeah, like we could be like sitting down and
Yeah.
like having dinner or whatever.
And so one of us brings it up. We just know we normally need to bring it. We just try to bring it up on Sundays because we don't want to forget, because we have
it's
had
the beginning
weeks
of the
where
week.
we've forgotten about checking in.
Yeah. And we're pretty good about like if we don't do it on a Sunday, then
Then we do it the next day, or
sometime during the week.
or it's happened
and
Saturdays.
it's okay to do it like multiple times a week too.
Yes. I would definitely say if you're at that point where you need to do it multiple times during the week, do it, because it's definitely worth it, because that is your time to tell your partner, no, my cup is not full, or yeah, it's been full. You've been doing so much better at this, and because of that, my cup's full. But it's definitely a good time to give your honest opinion, honest answer to your partner.
Yeah. Like even if like you might be I guess like full in the moment, but like overall the whole week, like
Yeah. How are you feeling
how
overall?
are you feeling overall this week? Like right now we might be having dinner, we might be having a date, and we're great right now. But overall, like
Yeah, it doesn't mean your cup's full, Could mean you're happy in that moment, but you know your cup's not full or something.
Yeah, like afterwards, it's gonna just
Go back
kinda,
down.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like slapping a Band-Aid on it. You definitely want to fix the
you don't,
bigger issue.
yeah. You don't want to bottle it up. And I feel like it's okay to ask during those moments where you're both okay. Like maybe your cup is full in the moment, because at that point you're not like, I don't know, agitated with each other. Like
Right.
you handle it better when you're in a positive mood. Even if, like, let's say we're doing great and she tells me my cup is half full.
Yeah.
Okay, like let's talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
what did I do, or like what can I do? You mentioned like you like me messaging you throughout the day.
Yeah.
There's times when like I'm working and it's hard to do so, and I bring that up like, hey, sorry, I know I didn't do so.
Yeah.
I've just been busy, and like just communicate that, have an open communication as to
Yeah, because then
like,
I don't have to go into the next week being like, well, I wonder why he's not, following through on what we talked about last week. Cause yeah, cause then when he communicates that with me, like, yeah, it's been a really hard week. A lot of things have been in my mind, haven't been able to message you as often during the day. That's
yeah,
totally
like
fine. He communicated that with me. I totally get it. And that,
like
makes it
letting,
to where we can
yeah,
figure out other ways to fill cups.
yeah, like letting your partner know you're aware of
Yeah.
it. Just being aware of each other is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah. I think we just want to make a really big point that you do these check-ins, because so often, especially, I feel like especially in women, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel, is that especially for women, we feel like it's kind of a burden. Like we feel like a burden that we constantly ask for things. And we obviously don't want to feel like a burden. So then we don't tell you what we need to fill our
Yeah,
cups.
you stay silent.
Yeah, we stay silent. We bottle it up and we're like, it's fine. Maybe it'll get better.
And then you explode.
And then you explode. Wow.
Not to
Not
say,
that I
no, I'm not saying you've
explode. I
exploded,
do.
but like,
But
like
yeah,
in general.
yeah, but then you obviously don't want resentment to build. You don't want anything to stay so closed up that you do explode, or you start building resentment, or, all these things that are happening that don't have to happen if you do weekly check-ins and you say, hey, I'm really not feeling, solid between us right now because my cup isn't full. I feel like we're distant. And so when you have those weekly check-ins, it's a lot harder to feel that way, because you're getting your cup full every week because you're communicating that with each other.
Yeah. Like I said, I would just make it a habit to check in multiple times.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like just make it a habit if you're just out and about. Just, hey, how you feeling?
Yeah.
We good? Just,
We solid?
yeah. I mean, like it doesn't have to be so formal. Like that's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say. Is like just like, you doing okay? Are we okay?
Yeah.
Just, there's nothing.
Just give your honest answer, because you just don't want to hold that in
Yeah, you don't want to lie and then hold
and say
that
everything's
lie.
fine.
Yeah.
And smile.
Because at that point, like, it's unhealthy for you. Like, you're feeling
Yeah.
different emotions. So like at the end of the day, you're bottling that up. You feel those negative emotions. You're just hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And it's unfair to you. It's unfair to your partner. It's unfair to your relationship.
Yeah, it would definitely be unfair to him for me to hold so much in and then him not know what's wrong with me, because I'm not even telling him that my cup's not full. And then he's just sitting over there
Like,
thinking stuff's fine because I clearly have not brought it up.
Yeah, being unaware, like,
Yeah, that's
your
not
partner
fair.
being unaware of what you're feeling, that's not fair to either of you. It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously if I can tell something's wrong with him and I can tell his cup's not full, but he doesn't tell me, I'm going to feel like, as the, classic overthinker, I will just be like, "Oh no, what did I do? What's happened?" You just fall into that same pattern if you are an overthinker like me and
Yeah,
Tim.
just feeding the just
Just
feeding the
feeding the
problem.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so last step that we really want to talk about is applying those requests from your partner. So just make sure once you tell your partner, what's bothering you, what you need for the cup to be filled, try to do your best to, apply it and keep doing it every week.
I make a note on my phone. I know that's not,
Really?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I've just been making lists on my phone recently because,
Keely needs this.
well, no, really, because like,
Really long list, you guys.
sometimes you get like overwhelmed with multiple things happening in your life and you're like, I have to do this, I have to get this done,
Yeah.
this is coming up, whatever. And then like you like create this big problem in your head. And in reality, once you write it down, you're like, okay, it's not as much as I thought.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need something physical to remind you, like something you can look at and be like, okay, like I have a note on my phone and one of the notes is like, get flowers randomly. Just because like
good note.
we don't want to give we talked about this, I think, guilty flowers, right? Like
No
don't just
guilty flowers.
don't just get your partner flowers when you did something bad
Yeah.
and you feel guilty, or
You only
on a
associate it
special
with bad.
yeah, or on a special occasion like
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like of course you're gonna get them flowers. Like just try to get a random flower, single flower even,
Yeah.
text
Definitely fills my
Keely,
cup.
check in on Keely. Like I haven't like it's just notes, and I'll open my notes all the time and just
That's
see
a
like
great. I would not have even. I don't do that. See, you guys.
yeah, like I'll
Men
I'll
have good
be
ideas too. Women, yay.
like I have a list of things like at home, like things I need to get done at home. List of things that I need to get done at work. So like I'm constantly checking my list,
Yeah.
and then there's a third one just being like, I think it's just called Marie, which is your middle name,
Yeah.
and it's just like, just things that you bring up throughout the week. And
Wow. I think I just fell in love with you a little bit more. You guys, I'm blushing over here with my husband.
anyway, that might be a good tip for y'all to
Yeah.
to
I like
try
that one.
out, because I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to be organized because
Yeah.
I'm very unorganized, and all those thoughts can just be
No, I love that.
running. Yeah.
I feel like I've got tips that's more towards like women, and I'm glad to have your perspective because that's nice to hear that you do that.
Well, I don't. I kind of have to, otherwise.
I have to fill
Otherwise,
her
it
cup.
just goes downhill. So
Well, all right.
you gotta make an effort, man. You gotta think outside
do.
the box to
That's
to
what
make
we're
it
here
work.
to do. Yep.
It's
Why
part
we
of
choose having a partner.
yeah.
All right. So we started trying to ask you guys on our socials if there's any questions you would want to ask your partner. So we're here to do that. So here's our listener question.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's going on, guys. He just shows up and I tell him to sit down and speak. No, I'm just kidding. So here's our listener question. What's one security that I can help assure you in? I think for me, so obviously I am a overthinker, people pleaser. And I definitely struggle with needing to feel like I'm making people proud. So
Oh, okay.
that's definitely one thing that you could definitely help me with, is, letting me know you're proud of me sometimes. And I don't know if there's other ladies out there or men out there who feel the same way in a partnership where you kind of need that from your partner. You need to feel,
Like validated.
yeah, kind of validated. And because sometimes when we don't have, you know, jobs that are doing the most, or I don't know, sometimes you just need that validation of like you're proud of your partner. So I think that would be for me.
I don't really understand the question if I'm so sorry to whoever. What's one security that I can help assure you in?
So that would be like me asking you the question. So what would you need?
I don't know. I can't really think
That's okay.
of that right now. I'm sorry.
No, no. I think that's just giving our listeners an idea of a question to ask their partner if you're struggling to get kind of the answers you want. So that's something you could definitely bring up.
I mean, would this apply to like, am I making the right choice in the, like, I don't want to go too personal right now,
no,
but
no,
like,
no. I think that's definitely something that as your partner, as your spouse, I could reassure you, and is that for me and you as a couple, as a team, I believe you're making the right choice, or I don't believe you're making the right choice. So that's
okay,
something I could definitely communicate with you better.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, you
that's
know
a
what
good
I'm
one.
like. I'm not gonna
No,
get
no, yeah,
personal
yeah.
into this, but like,
Yeah,
she knows
yeah.
what I'm talking
No,
about.
no.
We're going through
I
some
know.
life changes right
I
now,
know.
and
That you guys will hopefully know soon. So
okay, because that's something I've been like,
yeah.
that you like, you're on my mind. Like, well, what about Keely? Like, how does Keely feel about this? Because it's gonna affect the both of us,
Right.
and we can talk about this later in a different episode. Just right now, it's
We
kind
can
of
let you
early
guys know.
stages of what's happening. But
Yes. Yeah. No, no, I agree.
okay,
So we're gonna move right on into our rapid fire. Ooh, almost dropped my cards. Rapid
It was
fire
rapid.
questions. All right. So here's my question, you guys. Which Disney princess do I identify with?
Do you identify with?
Yes. Who do I most identify with?
Well, I don't know all the Disney princesses, so that right
lot of
there
training
kind
to
of okay.
do.
But I'm just gonna take a guess, and I'm probably gonna be wrong. But Jasmine.
I mean, I was going for Moana just because ocean.
Okay. See,
I
okay.
love ocean.
Let me say. I was gonna say Moana. I thought Moana first because I know you love Moana, but I don't really see her as a princess.
I guess that's true. I guess
So
that's fair.
Jasmine was my second thought.
Okay. I mean, yes, I could definitely identify with a lot of stuff with Jasmine just because I think she's really tough and she's strong-headed and she knows what she wants.
But Moana, like, she loves the water, I guess.
She
so,
loves the
yeah.
water.
So, and then my second after, so I guess my third guess would have been Ariel.
Yeah,
Because,
she's a little whiny.
well, I was just
I'm
saying
just
because,
kidding,
like,
guys.
I was just saying because of the mermaid
No,
thing.
no, no. Yeah. I identify as a mermaid, guys. What's
No,
my...
no, my turn.
Oh,
Let's
sorry.
take
Oh, my
turns.
gosh.
Let's take turns. Sorry.
Okay, we're ready for his question.
Okay. It's funny you asked that one because mine's kind of similar.
Okay.
Who's my favorite superhero?
Just because
It shouldn't be this hard.
he's got this stuff all over his room, so it should be
I
Spider-Man.
love Spider-Man.
Okay, there we go. I know him better than he knows me. What's my dream job? What have I always talked about that? If it could happen, I would love it to happen.
I don't know. It changes every 2 years.
No, I have always said this job though.
Working on documentaries, traveling the world, making documentaries.
Wow. Yeah. He got it, guys. He got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to travel the world and work on documentaries for like Discovery Channel or History Channel. Just send me
Netflix.
to Netflix. Send me to like the outskirts of the world, and yeah.
I would love that for you.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Okay, you go.
What did I mean? Oh, sorry. I had to like write it short. I wrote down Chinese or Italian. So for me, like, what do I prefer?
Oh, food?
Yeah, Chinese or Italian. I was like, what was this?
Chinese food.
Yes, I love Chinese food. Yeah,
2 for 2.
ramen.
What is my biggest fear? Which I know biggest fear could mean a lot of different things. So let's go with phobias.
Oh, spiders.
Yep. I hate spiders.
And-
Not
and
even
so-
ones this big, you guys. I will.
She's terrified of the
Nope.
smallest spider. But I will say, I'm actually. It sucks when you ask me to like kill a spider because I'm actually pretty scared of spiders myself.
Doesn't matter when you get married.
But
You
it's like-
automatically have to kill the spiders.
But not to
for
the
me.
point where you're just like paralyzed almost. You're not paralyzed. You don't get paralyzed, but like
Yeah.
you just like step way back. And anyway, what I'm trying to say is like I hate spiders too, and it sucks when I have to kill them because then I'm like
Yes.
trying my best to like, yeah.
No, I
Anyway,
agree.
oh, okay. Let's see if you can figure this.
Okay.
What is one of my favorite hobbies that people consider weird or just unusual?
Your hobbies? Fingerboarding?
Yep.
I don't know if you guys know what fingerboarding is. It's not as weird as it sounds, but it's literally
Just think about a tech deck, but it's like a very
for
high
people who
end.
don't know what tech deck is.
It's a tech decks. People know what tech decks are. It's a very high end tech deck. That's a very high end
Yes.
mini skateboard, and
Skateboarding
it's
for your
actually considered
fingers.
a sport now, which is weird.
Whoa.
I think that's a little extreme. I'm not going that far, but yes, you got it right.
Yes. Okay. So we are supposed to pull our date idea. Give us 1 second, you guys.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So we're just gonna write it on.
So while you do that, I'm gonna
Okay.
talk about the previous date idea that we wrote last week. So I
His
just want to
amazing,
clarify
great
a few things.
running idea.
So the date idea I wrote down was go on a run at the lake,
Yes.
and then after our run, have a picnic. So she wanted running shoes for her birthday,
Yes.
and because she wanted to go running at the lake, and we hadn't had a chance to do that yet. And she also loves having picnics. So I thought, you know what? This would be a good chance to just go on a, quick 30 or whatever you called it.
Yes. A quick 30.
And then afterwards, set a blanket down, sunset, all romantic and whatever, and have a picnic, have dinner. Clearly, if you looked at our socials, that is not what happened.
Did not go as planned, you guys.
There were so many bugs, so many gnats.
It was nasty, you guys.
But she also injured her
My
calf.
calf dancing.
So yeah, it just didn't work out. But we ended
Fold
up
it
coming
like this.
back. You said what?
Fold it like in half and then half again. We're writing out. If you're just listening and you're not watching, we're folding our date ideas up and we're putting them in the jar to pull our date idea for the week.
Again.
Okay, we're pulling our date idea, guys. Shake, shake, shake. Here we go. I hope it's mine.
It is yours.
Yes.
Oh God. No. Okay.
Why?
Okay. Learn TikTok dances.
You guys, it's gonna be so fun.
Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh.
excited. I'm so excited. Okay.
There it
Well,
is.
look forward to that in the next, week to where we're gonna post it.
Next week we'll
We'll
yeah.
post it. So look for it next week. So yeah. So we're just gonna leave you with a little bit of advice and then we're gonna peace out. So yeah. So we definitely want to leave this with you. Saying you're sorry does not give you grounds to continue the same behavior.
Yeah. If you say you're sorry, mean it, and make the effort to actually change your behavior
Yeah.
that's causing your partner to feel a specific way.
Yeah. I think it definitely goes hand in hand with doing weekly check-ins. If your partner says you're doing something that they don't like, then do the best you can to change your behavior and to not continue it. So say you're sorry, apologize, and try to move on from that behavior. Don't stay in the same behavior, guys. It's not fun. It's not cool.
Get rid of your bad habits.
Get rid of bad habits. Yep. All right. So that's the end of this episode. We'll see you guys next week.
Ahí nos vemos. Hasta luego.
Bye.